young soldier from the TVA. Her mind was messed up, everything clouded. I had to pull a memory from hundreds of years prior, before she even fought for them.
What? What did you say? Before she joined the TVA?
Yeah, she was just a regular person on Earth.
A regular person?
Loved margaritas.
I was told that everyone who works at the TVA was created by the Timekeepers.
That's ridiculous. They're all variants, just like us.
They don't know that.
Dude, that when that came down, when they talked about every last person that is in the null zone is a variant. You know the first thing that came to mind for me?
What's that?
The jet ski.
Right.
I think there's some connection to Morbius that had a jet ski prior, and that's why he loves reading the magazines about the jet skis. And and more. I looked a little bit into it. Yeah, Morbius, I mean, obviously was a variant. His mind was wiped by the TVA to go ahead and become like their head type of detective type person. So, I mean, going back to one guy, was it, I don't know what a fish is.
Right.
You know, you have all these people in there that have no clue that they are just like Loki.
Yeah.
And all these variants that they're hunting, they're technically the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting point of information to drop on us. And I thought about that too, honestly. I'm like, well, I wonder if Owen Wilson actually lived in the early 1990s and was on a jet ski and something happened, an event where he had to get pulled away from his timeline and reset and ended up staying as this agent or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I mean, what if Mobius actually does know who the heck he is and where he came from, but just didn't want to divulge that information to Loki? Like, give Loki as much information as he needs to know to carry on.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
I was just gonna say, like, Mobius has other stuff going on too. Like, I don't completely buy in that Mobius is. We kind of already mentioned it. Like, what are Mobius's intentions? Would he just throw Loki away at a moment's notice just because it would serve his goals?
Yeah. Now I like how, like, you can go ahead and you can, like, search online. You can find out exactly Morbius's background, the TVA, and the one thing they've done really good, or really well, I should say, is they don't use the comics as, like, concrete. They don't stick directly to it.
Yeah.
So just because what they've done in the past with Morbius, meaning his mind was wiped, doesn't mean that's exactly how they're going to play it out in this form.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes they're an amalgamation of different characters that they just kind of turn into one character. Or sometimes, it's brand new, fresh takes altogether. So that's what, you're right. That's what keeps the Marvel Cinematic Universe interesting, is that they know how to, like, mess with it and fine tune it just enough to
enough people. Some people get irritated with that. Like, this is how it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I like how I can't go online and basically figure out the full, how the series is going to end.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's basically, if you look at these series, these 6 episodes, you can look at it as a new comic run. They reboot comics all the time.
Right.
And they use same characters, and they use the history, and then they kind of bend it to however they want their story to go.
Exactly.
That's exactly what these shows are.
Yeah, they modernize things and bring it to the current times, and tweak characters and give them different backstories and retcon certain things. That's exactly what this is. It's just like its own variation on just a different world. I think they even gave the MCU its own. Basically, in the Marvel realm, I think it's Planet 660 is like Marvel Universe proper that's in the comic books, and they're all numbered, the different universes. And the MCU has its own number as far as the Marvel timelines.